Brian Shaffer vanished. But weeks later, his girlfriend's phone lit up with his number, and the call actually rang. How is that possible? Brian disappeared on April 1st, 2006. There were no sightings, no bank activity, absolutely no trace of him. The world just seemed to swallow him whole. But then, weeks later, in the dead of night, something impossible happened. Brian's girlfriend, Alexis, received a call from his phone. Now, this wasn't a voicemail alert or a glitchy half-ring that cuts out. It was a real, sustained ring. It rang 3 full times before finally going to voicemail. Alexis said in that moment, her heart stopped. For just a few seconds, she believed Brian was alive, and she wasn't the only one who thought so. When that call came through, Brian's phone pinged a cell tower in Hilliard, Ohio, which is about 14 miles from Columbus, where he was last seen. This is where the mystery gets even deeper. Because for a phone to ping a cell tower, a few things have to happen. It has to be powered on. It has to be within range of the tower. It needs a functioning SIM card. And, obviously, it can't be destroyed. So, this leaves us with a few possibilities. A. Brian himself turned the phone on. B. Someone else turned it on. C. The phone was somehow intact and moving around weeks after he vanished. Or D. It was all just a massive network anomaly. The cell carrier insisted that it was most likely a glitch in their system. But here's the problem with that explanation. Technical glitches don't usually cause a phone to ring multiple times. This wasn't just some random, insignificant event. It happened at a time when the police were actively searching for Brian. His family was desperately begging the public for any leads, and the case was starting to gain major media attention. And then, out of the blue, his phone just wakes up. Investigators immediately tried to trace the call, but the carrier told them the phone had been completely inactive since the night he disappeared. So, how on earth did it suddenly ring Alexis's number? There are 3 major theories that investigators and internet sleuths have debated for years. The first and most chilling theory is that the phone was deliberately turned on, even just for a moment. This means someone, possibly Brian himself, powered on the phone, which caused it to ping the tower and place that very real call. If this is true, it means Brian was alive weeks after he vanished. The problem is, there's absolutely no other evidence to support this. Theory 2 is that someone else had the phone. If Brian was harmed, the person responsible might have kept or moved his phone. But why would they turn it on? Why call his girlfriend, Alexis? And why only do it once? This theory just raises more questions than it answers. Finally, we have theory 3, a carrier glitch. This is the official explanation. Carriers say that sometimes, when a phone is off or the battery is dead, the network might still attempt to send a signal, producing what they call a phantom ring. But here's the catch. Phantom rings usually only last for a single ring. They rarely ping a specific cell tower, and they almost never happen weeks after a phone goes offline. So, while it's technically possible, it's a deeply unsatisfying answer. That Hilliard Tower ping is one of the most debated and frustrating clues in this entire case. Why Hilliard? It's not near Brian's apartment. It's not near the bar where he was last seen. It's not near his university. And it's not near any known location he ever frequented. If the phone really was there, it means someone had to have moved it. But police searched the area extensively and found absolutely nothing. For Brian's girlfriend, that call was utterly devastating. She said that for those few seconds, she truly believed that Brian was reaching out, that he was alive and needed help. It was a flicker of hope in the darkest time of her life. But then the call ended. It never came again. The phone never pinged another tower, and the trail went cold, leaving behind only heartbreak and more questions. But the phone isn't the only part of this case that doesn't make sense. Because the building Brian disappeared from, the ugly tuna saloon, had blind spots, hidden exits, and a confusing construction zone that even investigators struggled to navigate. In our next episode, we'll take you inside the ugly tuna. See you then.